Escorted by armour, curtains closed. Inside are said to be some of the latest civilians to evacuate the unbridled hell of Azovstal's steel plant in Mariupol. Yet these are Russian troops escorting them out, not the United Nations who helped evacuate earlier in the week. Ukrainian soldiers here Friday said one of theirs died and 6 were injured in an evacuation bid. And while Ukraine said it began a new operation to get people out from under this, the savagery of Russian bombardment at the factory, the UN said Friday a total of 500 people had got out since their efforts began this weekend. Many, many more desperate to flee. Battered and uninhabitable as much of Mariupol is, still ahead of Monday's Victory Day, it appears the city's drama theatre, its basement packed with children when it was bombed by Russia, killing hundreds, is now being cleared up, excavated. These satellite images, first on CNN, showing rubble visible in April, gone in recent days. Vehicles lined up and the ground around the theatre cleared to make it more presentable. It's not clear why they are tidying the scene of what many called a war crime. The warped world of what Russia calls liberation was also on view here, in these rare images, filmed inside a filtration camp, where Ukrainians are held before being forced to go to Russia. Passports taken, sleeping on the floor or in chairs, illness from the cold. All part of the experience of liberation, according to one woman whose father was there. And this stage visit, evidence of Russia's rush to assimilate what it's clumsily torn off Ukraine. This is Kherson, the first city it captured, and the man in the beard is Denis Pushilin, separatist leader from Donetsk, in a visit suggesting Kherson, under Russian occupation where protests are crushed, will also be declared a tin pot People's Republic soon. It all has the whiff of empire. Here, he sits discussing transferring food from Kherson to Russia's separatist areas, watermelons and tomatoes. He might call it trade, Ukraine a food heist. But Moscow is far from having its way, and the costs are heavy. These images, CNN has confirmed, were filmed in a graveyard in Ryazan. The flags are for the Russian paratroop division, the Elite, and there are many just in this one city. These are the dead behind the propaganda, with so much rubble in Russia's tiny victories. Now, Pamela, well, of course, we are looking at incremental advances by Russia in territory here inside of Ukraine. There are concerns, certainly, that ahead of Monday's May the 9th victory parades, where Russia traditionally celebrates its victory over Nazis, curious that they would choose to revive that in the ludicrous notion of the ideology supporting their invasion of Ukraine, that there may be some bid by Russia to take extra territory or a final push in the days ahead. Specifically also in the east, Severodonetsk, one of the towns there, is concerned that maybe that might be the focus of a renewed Russian effort. But still, Ukraine pushing back on many occasions, but deep anxiety for the 72 hours ahead